Good evening everyone, John Randall again. How are we all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful Friday night. It's time for one of my chapters of the book. Tonight I'm going to do chapter 10. Chapter 10 is Weathering the Storm and Navigating Financial Stresses as a Man. I'll start that in a minute, but firstly, I've got a channel on YouTube. It's called It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up. It's at John Randall 9053. There are 9 videos on there at the moment, going for different sort of subjects about men's mental health. I break it all down the best way I can. So like and subscribe, have a look, see what you think. I'm also on TikTok at RandallJ215. Give me a follow, I'll follow you back. Again, I'm just getting the message out there about men's mental health, starting a general discussion. I also have got a WhatsApp page, which is again, It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up. Just go and have a look, join it. I've got updates on there about the book and everything else, all the subjects that I'm talking about. This is the book that I wrote. It's Time to Open Up, Not Man Up. It's doing pretty well. It's on Amazon. It's a free download on Kindle. Or also, you can actually buy the hardback for £12. And it's doing pretty well. Over 400 sales so far, so I'm over the moon about that. So yeah, let's get ready to start. Again, we're going to do chapter 10. It's about navigating the financial stresses as a man. So let's be honest. We all know we've got to go and work for the old pound sign and get some money in the pocket and try and provide for the family. But it is stressful. It's not a walk in the park. Sometimes it can be like a marathon through a minefield. It's very difficult. There's a lot of pressure when it comes to bringing home the money and keeping the bills paid, keeping the lights on and all that. We all stress about it, and it is a big stress for men. I've gone into it briefly on the previous chapter, but this is a little bit more. When them bills start piling up or unexpected expenses hit us, and I've gone through an hard time myself. 8 months ago I came out with nothing. The last few months has been difficult, but with a lot of people's help and me trying to focus on what I can control and not control, I kind of slowly getting there, which is a good thing. But these bills, they crop up like weeds in a garden. They're constantly coming, and then we're constantly treading water, in the sea of financial uncertainty all the time, worrying about what we're going to do next. And it does weigh heavy on your shoulders in the end. And then what men tend to do is, like some of us do, and myself, to try and keep up with the Joneses, we start doing silly little things, We go down the betting route or the borrowing route. All these things that you do, you don't realise you're doing, and it's just hard. We find it really hard. But it doesn't matter if you're doing that. Financial stress can hit anyone at any point, and most men are always worrying about it. Even the ones that are doing well, they're always worrying about it not coming in or, something stopping. So, and it can feel like it when you're in them places, like you're drowning in debt and, you're doubting yourself and you feel like you're in despair because you can't turn nowhere, can't ask for that favour, or you can't give the kids and your wife or whatever, your partner, what you think they need. And it then magnifies, and it really is. It's a hard battle. I've been there. It's not nice. But a lot of the battle is inside your head because you're creating it, and instead of just saying you can't have that this week, or trying to learn to budget, which is something I've got to try and do now, which I'm learning slowly, but I wasn't very good at it. And I was guilty of it, and it took control. I was always trying to make sure everyone had what they needed instead of actually doing what we needed, which was saving or paying all the bills and clearing things, And that's what happens. You get in that little rut, and then you're just thinking, as long as they've got everything they need, and you forget about the basics. It does happen. And then after a while, your mental health, it does. Your brain starts to take over. But remember, you're not alone in it. Again, opening up, talking to people. There's strength in numbers. And there's a lot of power in reaching out and telling people that, look, I am struggling. I can't afford this, or, I'm getting myself in debt. Again, like most chapters, opening up and just saying it starts to help. And that person can help you with that burden. That person can tell you what to do. That person can give you financial advice. Go and see a financial advisor, set a budget. Seeking support from your friends and family, and try and get it in a place where you're living within your means and not over-stressing about what you can't give. If you can't afford something, then you can't get it. It's as simple as that. Don't do it. And some of us do come out like myself, come out with nothing, and I've got a lot of help mainly from my family, and some friends have really stepped up and helped me, and that has got me where I am now. But also, there's other situations that I got involved in which I had to wait for, and now I'm not in that situation anymore, which has cut me free from a lot of things, and I'm just starting to find my feet again, clearing debts. Yeah, it's a slow process, it takes time, still got to pay back some stuff, but you start to see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I'm looking at it as starting fresh again with everything paid for, and I've been talking about it to people, doing this, talking to you guys regular. This helps massively. The books help me because I focus my brain on something, but reality is we have got to focus on the finances. You've got to make sure you've got things in place, and sometimes you will have a struggle, sometimes things will be hard for a little while, but just know you can get through it. That's all you've got to remind yourself. And if you feel like it, then if you feel like things are getting bad and it's getting hard, have a chat with someone, speak to a friend. You know, it's about money management. It's it's a mindset, you know. Sure, yeah, money does matter, but it's not the be all and end all of everything in happiness. It's about finding joy in the little things as well. Like, I've got my daughter here today, just sitting there watching telly with her, chilling. You know, here she is, waving her phone in the background. You know, and most of the best things are free. Spending time with kids, talking to your kids, going out with your friends, just go for a walk and a chat. Just having a normal chat and having a coffee, keeping it simple. You know, we've got to appreciate that them things are worth more than what the size of a bank account is. Yeah, of course, we all want loads of money, don't we all? But sometimes you just got to remind yourself of what really matters. A family unit, you know. So take a deep breath. Tackle it head on, you know. You know, be resourceful. Let's remember that there's more than our financial struggles. It's time to open up. Talk about these things. You know, have a chat with your friends and everyone else when you're feeling like that. Financial stress it takes courage to open up. But it's also, you've got to have a little bit of humour, like, shit happens. I know it's an horrible way to say it because sometimes, but in terms of, like, you know, right, you didn't get your money that day, it's coming a few days later, like what's happening with me at a minute. Alright, shit happens, it's coming, just get on with it, you know. The minute you start to think, okay, I don't need that as much, you're fine, you know, you start, your mentality changes. But when you get your money, everything's paid for. Like I said, I've got a home, all my bills are paid. My kids have got somewhere to live. That's all that matters. Food on the table. That's it. But you do struggle, and people have, you know, with me, have stepped up and helped me, and I struggle still. I'm still getting there slowly. But it's going to take time. You know, with the book, as you know, I've been promoting it regularly, trying to get it out there. I ain't so much about bettering myself and making money out of it, it's getting this message out there. Like I said, and financially, is the worst thing, one of the worst things. And if you ask most young men or most men, that is, when you feel like you're struggling and you ain't getting the money coming in, there's nothing worse than how you actually feel. You magnify it in your head that you're a failure. You know, I can't do it. I can't look my wife in the face. I can't look my kids in the face. Well, you can. They're there to support you. If they're not supporting you and they just want the money, then you're obviously with the wrong person, you know? You need to understand that financially, yeah, you've got to provide and you've got to do certain things, I get that. But it's got to be down the middle, and also you've also got to know for yourself, you can't get everything. If you want more, you work harder. You do overtime, you save a bit of money, then you can get them things that you couldn't get. That's what it boils down to. But ultimately, it comes down to you opening up and saying, I'm having a hard time, you know. I ain't got enough to do that this week. Can't buy that game. Can't buy that TV. I can't go on that holiday. Not this time. We need to, then sit down and work out how you're going to do it. How can you do it? Best be real with yourself. Be real with your partner, whoever it might be. And just say, look, you know, because the minute you don't say nothing and then you watch it, you know, yeah, I'll get you that, and then you delay it, you're now going to make yourself ill because you're going to start overthinking, if I don't give them that, they're not going to like me, or this, that and the other, and I've done that a hell of a lot. And that is bloody hard, because you make it so hard to say a simple thing, I couldn't do that, can't afford it, that's it, that's all you've got to do. You can sit down with your kids or your wife and go, right, if you want that, we've got to do this and put this away together, then, you know, you put a plan in place. Then your brain is free from worrying about what you can't do. So like, come on, people, like, you gotta be real with yourself. Don't stress yourself out. If you ain't got the money coming in, or you are struggling, don't get wrong. You go and speak to someone, they'll give you help. Not everyone's gonna help you in the way you think they're gonna. They might sit down, they ain't gonna judge you. They might go through it all with you, show you how to budget, show you how to get through it. All these things that you don't know what they're gonna do. They might just generally sit down and help you. Budgeting is where it all starts, and learning what you can and can't afford. And you do need help with that. You can do it on your own, but trust me, it's nice to have someone who can talk to you about it, who's probably been there, done it, and been in your place where you started off with nothing, and they get you in a place where you start understanding this is what I can and can't do. And there's nothing wrong with it. And if you can't afford certain things, half your kids don't care what you can't. They just want time with their mum, dad, whoever they're with, So it comes down to that, and it all comes down to you being happy and actually in your role where you're working and saying, that's what I earn, that's what we can do. If you want to go abroad or do something, we've got to put this away. Budget it, sit down, work out what you can put away. And that's all you got to do. You start doing that, and then watch your brain. You start feeling more comfortable. You ain't judging yourself all the time. There's nothing worse than mental health. You're always second guessing yourself all the time. Even with a simplest conversation, you're looking for something that gives you an inkling that person's not, don't believe me, or no, they're not happy with me. Then sometimes you change it, what you're saying. You make it a bit more, well, don't worry, because next time I'm going to get extra. When you ain't, but you try and tell that person, so they go, oh, that's all right, then don't. Just tell them the truth. No, I can't. Not going to happen. And that's all it boils down to. Be real with yourself. And if you do want these things, don't pressure yourself for things that you can't get. You can't get them, you can't have them. I came from that as a kid. You couldn't have it, you couldn't have it. Simple as that. You couldn't cry about it or moan about it. It is what it is. And that's what it should be now. But obviously with the pressure now of trying to be, the latest stuff and look like your friends and all that, well, your friend's your friend, they don't care what you're wearing, are they? They ain't got to care what you ain't got. They're supposed to just like you. And it's something that you got to remember. Real friends ain't about what you got. It's about who's there, in there, who sees you for you. Yeah? So don't worry about what money you haven't got or what you can't afford. People don't care about. The right people don't care. As long as you're providing for your kids and you've got food on the table, and if you're still trying to find work and you're out there looking for work and you're busting your ass off to try and do it, then you should be proud of yourself because you're trying to do something about it. It's not easy, I know. But putting the effort in and trying to make yourself better will make you feel better. And opening up about that. If you feel like you ain't in work and you want someone to talk to that you find it, I'll talk to that person and might point you in the right direction, might find you somewhere where you can find work. You don't know. It starts with out there, letting it out. Once you let it out, things will be a lot more easier for you. Trust me, it really will. Right, so that's chapter 10. Now, I'm doing another one on Sunday. This is a difficult one. This will be facing the abyss, I'll put it in as struggling with pain pills, and something that I got addicted to and something that ultimately I nearly wasn't here because of. So I want to take time to think about this one. This one, it hurts, and I think we've all been there. Addiction's a horrible, horrible bastard. It really is. But when you're thinking the pills are numbing your pain from the fact that you just don't want to tell someone that you're struggling, you're really in a shitty place, because that pain is just manifesting in your body because you're keeping it all trapped in, so it starts to affect your muscles and other stuff, and you think it's something to do. It ain't, it's you, because you've bottled it all up. It starts to affect parts of your body, which I learnt from myself. And them demons are fucking hard work, they really are. And I used to take stronger pills thinking that they were better, they were going to help, and after time I was just not quite there, zombieing myself out from the actual real pain, which was I was struggling with many things. And as I said, I can't talk about everything. There are certain things that I can speak about in time, but them things put me in a place where I couldn't get out of it, because I kind of thought about just needed them pills just to, when I had to go and confront someone I loved, or someone come and ask me a question and they was asking me, are you alright? I'll take them pills just to numb it, go sleep, or I'll leave it alone, I've got a headache, that was it. But I was taking them pills a lot, and it was I regret, massive regret now. Worst thing I ever done. So yeah, we'll go on that one on Sunday. But anyway, look, thanks for listening to me. Again, follow me on YouTube, see all the chapters that I'm going through. I'm going up to chapter 11 now, so there'll be 10 videos on there. It's at John Randall 9053. Like and subscribe, have a look at the videos, chuck me a comment, let me know what you think. I'm also on TikTok at RandallJ215. The videos are there again. Give me a follow, I'll follow you back. Chuck me a message, you know, engage with me. Also got a WhatsApp page. It's time to open up, not man up. Yeah, go on there, join the group. I'll just update with videos and little messages here and there, keep knowing what's going on. And lastly, this is my book. It's time to open up, not man up. And it is doing really well, like I said. It's over 400 sales, which I'm over the moon with, and you wonderful people have bought it or read it. It's just, you know, really made my week, definitely has. But have a look, you can download it on the Kindle for free, and you can buy the hardback for £12 on Amazon. Again, put my name in, John Randall, you'll see it there. Just type, it's time to open up, not man up, you'll see it all there. Right, have a wonderful Friday evening, and have a wonderful weekend. And I'll be updating you on Sunday, and then Sunday night I'll do the video discussing my struggle with pain pills. Alright then, have a good evening, and remember, it's time to open up, not man up. Thank you, bye bye.